you said that you and Janhvi come from different schools of acting. Can you explain that a bit?
Please.
I mean, different schools as in, every film, there's a different way I approach a role, and every film I'd like to do it very differently in tandem with the director. You know, there'd be a partnership, how we're going to do it. In this, initially, when we went on set, at least for the first 1 month, I tried this thing where I said I won't communicate with her much.
Okay.
Because I felt we'll become friends like this, you know. But I said, let me not, and let me be a little
Aloof.
yeah, by myself, little cold. You know, I'll talk to everyone else, but I won't. And purposely. Because I felt it might evoke something in her and will evoke something in me when we were doing scenes which are of that nature. And Sir was in on this. I would
Only
keep
I
telling him,
wasn't in on
"You
this.
wanna
I just
try,
thought he was
try."
being mean.
And then eventually I told her, and then she was like, "Oh, that's why you were doing it." But she took it personally, I think, for the first 20.
did.
Which I guess helped the performance.
I think so, yeah.
I think it helped. See, I did it selfishly for myself initially, but I think it did help both of us at that time. And then, and actually, in the film, how gradually the couple get to know each other.
Yeah.
Similarly, we also got to know each other gradually only,
Right,
which
right,
was which was interesting.
Do you think so that we have two different schools of acting, me and Varun?
I didn't really notice, you know. I mean, I honestly, it doesn't matter to me what school you guys have been to, as long as I get my shot.
As long as they're convincing.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think I got that. Yeah.
So, so from the trailer yesterday, it seems like, you know, the war is an external manifestation of the conflict that's going on inside the couple. Like, you don't have to say yes or no right now, but that's the sense that I got. But I'm just talking about the war itself. Like when it's which is used as a kind of metaphor, like if that's the right word. Why not the Indochina War, or why not Kargil? Why did you feel it had to be World War II?
Yeah. So we did think about that. It's not that we did not think about that, and that would have been very easy to incorporate in our storyline. You know, rather than him teaching World War II in school, he could have been teaching any of our historical stuff. My biggest thing was that there is something fresh which I always crave to bring to my audiences, both story wise as well as visually, you know. And there has been such lovely stuff which has already been done, and in plenty of numbers, by some of our very renowned filmmakers in our own country on the historical wars which our country has been a part of. I personally felt that I would not be able to bring anything new
Right.
on screen if I were to do that. You know, we've done Indo-Pak wars and Indochina wars and Kargil and everything, and some very good stuff has
I
happened.
think Indochina is just one, right? Hakikat, I don't think there's anything else.
Hakikat was there. I think Shaheed
Shaheed.
was also there. You know, so I just felt that maybe, you know, if I were to bring something fresh for the audiences, you know, this was the way to go.
Right, right.
In one of the earlier drafts, there was a reference of Jallianwala Bagh,
Okay.
which I removed after Udham Singh came.
Okay.
It no longer remained fresh, you know.
Right.
So I'm just telling you, you know, the process which filmmakers go through.
Yeah, it's nerve-wracking because something else comes in and then
Yeah.
suddenly you realize, oh my God, that's just like my stuff, and then you have to make a change. Now, Janhvi, as an actor, obviously different people that you work with, they put new tools in your arsenal, so to speak, right? Because they have different styles of working. What did this man give you?
I think a lot of confidence in myself, because suddenly it felt like if you do a take and your director okays the take or says it's a good take, I think every actor still has that 30% doubt of like, did it land, did it not land? Like, I felt it, but I don't know. But when you have who I think is one of the greatest directors of our country say, yes, you did a good job, and believe in you and show faith in you, you can't help but start believing in yourself a little bit. And I think I was at a point in my life and career where I guess I needed that. So that reassurance from him meant a lot to me.
It meant a lot? Okay.
Yeah.
Did he give you any reassurance?
Varun, he troubled me a lot, but yeah, post the film and even during the film, he's been a very encouraging friend and co-actor.
Right. No, because he's he's been here a little longer than you have in the industry. So, and plus he's been through a lot more. So, yeah.
Yeah, no, definitely. A guiding light for sure. A sweet angel
Oh,
in my
wow.
life. But also to add to what Sir said, and so you can correct me if I'm wrong, I even think that greed is a very big theme in our film. And the Second World War, a lot of it stemmed from
Greed.
greed. So I think maybe that was also a parallel.
Also, it's actually multi-layered piece of work. There are so many aspects of human traits which get unearthed as you take the journey along with these two guys. That's also one aspect, you know, fake versus real
Yeah.
is also one aspect. There's so many of them.
Yeah. Actually, that's one of the